Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Got it. All right, boys and girls. Here we go. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are all having a wonderful Thursday night. Ready for this exam, mañana? Okay, let's see. I am never late. I arrive precisely when I mean to. I do not have to do this, so whenever I show up, you should be happy. That is how that goes. All right. Yoink. No kitty cam today. They are not in here. They decided to abandon me. So, hello everyone. All right. So, let's get this party started. Lots to do today. Lots to go over. So, let's do this. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, I had this thing up, but now it just disappeared on me. All right, I'm here if you guys have questions. Questions. That is what we are here for. Okay. Well, all of my stuff is just imploded on me, so give me a second. I'm going to have to do this a little more on the fly, because this is not working. Shocker. AP Classroom is not doing what I want it to do. How strange. This has never happened before. AP Classroom has to be the worst website I've ever encountered. It is just stone awful. Stone awful. Yep, how much of the old... Yes, thank you, Maha. Yeah, 10 questions. Always 20%. Top-down processing, also, is simply the fancy way of saying perception. So, that is it. Okay. So let's get these questions up. All right. Well, you know what? Ignore that. That came out wrong. That did not come out the way I wanted it to. Oh, I feel like such a mess so far. All right, come on. Let's rally here. Boom. And boom. All right, there we go. All right. Yeah, phi phenomenon, sure. So phi phenomenon, simply put, is just this idea that if you flash lights in like sequential order, it's going to give the illusion of some type of movement. So it is how all animation is done. They don't draw, if you were to draw a bunch of pictures on a little corner piece, like you put this up on the little piece of paper here, and then you did that, you'd be able to see. It would mimic that of movement. And basically it is our brain capturing those quick images and then kind of filling in the gaps so that it feels or it seems like we are moving. Okay. What's the difference between interval schedules and ratio schedules? Mario, good question. Interval schedules are based on time, and then ratio schedules are based on the number of behaviors done. So a ratio schedule is like you do the specific behavior 5 times. I'm training Teddy to sit. Every 5 times I tell him to sit, I then give him a treat. If I was trying to teach him to stay, I might use interval. So basically, after a period of time of him sitting down, if I tell him to sit, stay, and he stays for 30 seconds, I then might give him a treat. Okay. Good. Yes, grandmother's house is our conditioned stimulus. Okay. Next question. Yeah, frequency theory. Okay, so when looking at hearing, and specifically we are looking inside the cochlea, we are looking at how our ears process the differences in pitch. What we would say is that frequency theory, that all of the different hair cells, the receptor cells, all of them are going to activate. It's just the way in which they activate is going to tell us what type of pitch there is. Whereas place theory, which is kind of the opposite or the other theory when dealing with pitch, is that certain areas of the cochlea are going to activate, and that's why we hear like, oh, this specific area activated, so we're hearing 3,000 megahertz of in pitch. So there you go. Okay. So this is not the cocktail party effect. I know what you guys are thinking of, but remember the cocktail party effect is in this situation, but it is also your ability to recognize specific important things, most commonly your name. So selective attention is more correct. Okay. Let's see. This is going to be a little tough. Let's see if you guys can figure this one out. It'd be a lot easier with an answer choice, which I can give to you, but let's see if you guys can sort this one out. Get some music going on my side. Oh, Maria, I don't have that in front of me. I don't know. You'd have to dig up the question or whatever. I am on my school, I am not on my school computer, so I don't think I have that on this computer. Oh, very good. Yes. This is generalization. Ooh, learned helplessness. How is this learned helplessness? Well, in the Toy Story, she emits reaction. No, that's not learned helplessness. Generalization, very good. Yeah. So, it's an extreme example of generalization. But remember, generalization is when you have another outside neutral stimulus. You have been conditioned for something. You have a conditioned stimulus and a conditioned response. And so that other neutral stimulus is similar enough to our conditioned stimulus that we still get a conditioned response. And that is what is happening there. Okay. Generalization. Good. All right, next question. This is a 3-part because it's long. All right, there you go. Oof. Only 22 people. This is one of the lowest turnouts we've had. There you go. Yep, that's your learned helplessness. That's what I'm looking for. Yep. That's all we're looking for. Nice and easy. Monocular cues. Interposition is an example of a monocular cue. So, sure, but the easier thing would just to say a monocular cue. Good. Good. I know that one was a little strange, but good. Good, 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 good. All right, here we go. Don't forget to ask questions, guys. I'm here. That's half the battle is you guys asking me questions. What do we got? I've already answered a few. Sure, Brenna. So, positive reinforcement. Positive, remember, when we're talking about both punishment or reinforcement, deals with adding something on. In reinforcement, we want to add something good because we want the behavior to continue. In punishment, we add something bad because, again, it's punishment. We want the behavior to stop. So negative punishment or reinforcement. Negative reinforcement, we take away something bad because we want the behavior to continue. And in negative punishment, we take away something good because we want the behavior to stop. So with reinforcement, positive reinforcement, I give you a piece of candy for answering a question. Negative reinforcement, I take away tomorrow's test because you guys are doing so good on this stream. It encourages you to answer questions on the stream, and I'm taking away something that you don't want to do. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Figuring ground. Love it. Great. Good, good, good. Okay, I'll get to those other questions in just a second. Let me throw out a few more questions. Okay. What are binocular and monocular cues? Remember that when we are looking at depth perception, our brain processes depth perception in with either one of our eyes, which is monocular cues, or with both of our eyes, which is binocular cues. So binocular cues are things that our eyes see with both that things that are both our eyes see that help our brain process that information. So right now I'm holding up my cup and it is slightly closer to my left eye than it is to my right eye, which is one of the ways that my brain tells me how far away this is, because it's looking at the image that my left eye gives it, looking at the image that my right side give it, puts it together, and then we have an understanding of what's going on or how far away something is. Yes, Maha. Interval and ratio schedules are both under partial reinforcement. Perceptual set? Sure. So, Azuma. I don't know who Azuma is. Azuma, who are you? Perceptual set is simply the idea that your previous experiences significantly impact the way that you approach the world, the way that you approach a thing. That your perspective influences how you look at or you observe a specific thing. Okay, good. Positive reinforcement. Good, 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 good. Okay, to teach a hunting dog to retrieve birds without mangling them in its mouth, it is set to retrieve stuffed birds that has been stick full of pins. The dog soon learns that chewing the bird means the pain, but that carrying it gently means petting and food. This is negative reinforcement. Because what do we want? We want the dog. What's the behavior that we want? We want the dog to carry the thing softly. So we are taking away pain when they do the thing. What is it, the thing that you want them to do? You want them to carry the bird softly. So if they do that, it is not painful. And so it would be negative reinforcement. Conditioned stimulus. We are looking for the conditioned stimulus. Good. Good, good, good. Does it say... Ooh, hold on. Geez. I did not even see that whole petting and food thing. No, that's positive reinforcement. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yep. Sorry, Maria. It's like that. The two very important words there. Yeah, it's positive reinforcement. But I think, if those two words literally weren't there, you could say that is negative reinforcement. Yeah. Sorry, reading it a little too quickly. Good, good, good. I am so glad you corrected me there. See, you didn't even know. You didn't need to know. You didn't need to ask. You knew it. NS and the CS, yes, are the same thing. However, the CS is something that happens after acquisition. So you need to make sure that you know that before it was the conditioned stimulus, it was something that was completely outside. So it's slightly arbitrary, my comment, but it is different. Like if on the question, I don't think on this they have both. Yeah, they have neutral stimulus on here as a part of it. So for ease of use, we've said, hey, neutral stimulus and conditioned stimulus are the same. But in this instance, it is now. Let's see. Hold on. The cancer patient becomes nauseated following chemotherapy treatments. After a few treatments, the patient begins having a sick feeling whenever entering the treatment room. Oh, wow. That's terrible. Yeah, that's interesting because that's like. So I'm looking at the full question that I have here, and neutral stimulus and conditioned stimulus are on there. Oh, that's an awful question, having both of those answer choices up there. That's dumb. I mean, I guess because in the end, it's paired, but even before that, ugh. That is a combination. Good. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing really good. You guys are on top of it. Keep asking questions if you have them, but so far you guys have been just nailing these answers. A lot of you guys are doing really well. Good question. Maria, answer this question, and that should help you with it. Yep, it is positive reinforcement, but what type of positive reinforcement? Is it primary or secondary reinforcer? Good. Secondary. Yeah, Japan. Yeah. Remember we did the whole we talked about like different aspects of reinforcement. Primary versus secondary was one of the simple ones where it was primary is something that you innately know is good. So food, physical contact, and then secondary is things that you have to learn have value. So something like money or the grades that you guys have. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Yep. Token economy, because the stars can't be used anywhere else. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah. Ishil, love it. Yeah, it could also be a token economy if you wanted to. Good. Tapan, a token economy is a reward system that is only useful in one place. Think of like Chuck E. Cheese. You go to Chuck E. Cheese, you play games, you win tickets, and then you can buy prizes with those tickets. But those tickets are not useful anywhere else. So what is it? The tickets are a reward system for you to continue to play those games. Good. Good. Yep. Cones are what I am looking for. Maybe Maria. It's fair game. Far-sighted people are good at seeing things that far away. Nearsighted people are good at seeing things that are close up. Just depending on where the perfect image of the perfect image lands. Context effects, love it. Good. Cool. 35 minutes, Maha. 35 minutes. Like always. Good. Transection. Excellent. Yep, I can explain transection. Ooh, no, not sight. Not sight. Go back to the different senses that we talked about. Go back to our senses. Okay, because the dizziness is not dealt with, is not a sight thing. Okay, transection. So transection, simply put, is the process of one type of energy being turned into another. And in our case, most often it is some type of energy into neural communication. So light travels in waves, comes in through the pupil, is refracted back to the back of the eye by the lens, and hits the retina in the back. The retina is full of our receptor cells, the rods and the cones, and it takes those light waves and it turns them into neural communication, allowing us to see what's going on. Okay, so that is that's how transduction works, and it works on every in the nose. Little particles go up into the hair cells there. For your sense of touch, you have all those scales that are on your arm, on your skin, that tell you how much pressure is on it, all that stuff. Yes, good. Vestibular sense. Good. You don't really need to know about the Stroop test. It's just an example of bottom-up processing. Bottom-up processing is perception. That's it. Top-down is sensation. Bottom-up is perception. Retinal disparity. Retinal disparity is the fact that there is a specific distance between both of your eyes, this little space right here. And so that space means that because this is a binocular cue, so when both of those are used in order to process your vision, what ends up happening is your brain is measuring the distance. It's like seeing the distance between these two images and then using that comparison to help you understand depth. Yeah. Just remember that change blindness and intentional blindness are both dealing with eardrum is correct. Very good, guys. Okay. Change blindness and intentional blindness are the same thing. In the sense that both of them deal with the fact that you are focused on something else. You're paying attention to something else. And so for intentional blindness, you have things that are constantly around you that you just miss. That was what that huge observation quiz was in class, where there's like 100 things in the school that people just don't know. Wait, they're the floor tiles on the main path in the main hallway have colors on them. They're not just white. Oh, that's crazy. Those are things that we are in front of us that we just miss because we're not paying attention. And then change blindness is, again, we're focused on something else, but something changes right in front of us and we just don't notice because we are focused on that other thing. Good. Negative reinforcement. Love it. Oop. We are looking for a specific type of reinforcement schedule. Okay, so for every 20 cell phone calls cell phones that Tom sells. Okay, so Tom's working some sort of job, and every time he sells 20 cell phones, he gets a $50 bonus. What type of reinforcement schedule is this using? Good. This is a fixed ratio schedule. We're looking for a reinforcement schedule. So that's interval ratio, interval variable ratio, a fixed ratio or a variable ratio. Oh goodness. Okay, sorry. I just threw all of that out of whack. Okay. So you have ratio or interval. Ratio is the number of times. Interval is based on time. And then you have fixed or interval. Fixed is a set number of behaviors, and then variable is random. So this is specifically a fixed ratio schedule. A fixed ratio schedule. Very good, Serena. Very good, Ishul. Yes. That is what we're looking for. All right, so this next one, let's see what you guys are made of. We are looking for a person. Love it. Good. Albert Bandura is correct. That is what I'm looking for. Good, good, good. Can I explain the physical properties of a wave? Are you talking about wavelength and amplitude? Amplitude is how high the wave goes. So let me get onto OBS. Okay. Do that. Okay. Let me just do paint. Paint. Okay. So, can you guys see this? Yeah, this will be fine. Okay. All right. So here is a wave. Make that bigger. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to make sure it's big enough. All right, so the frequency of a wave is how long it takes or how big this is, and the amplitude is its height. Okay, so the amplitude in sound is how loud it is. Okay, so if it's a really loud sound, the amplitude will be really high. And then for color, it is how bright it is. So like a neon yellow would have a really, really high amplitude. Okay, so the frequency for sound is pitch. Okay. How high or low the sound. And for color, the higher the amplitude, the more blue, and the lower the amplitude, the more red. Excuse me, the frequency. How's that? Is that easy to read? Is that helpful? Okay. Oi, Cha, where'd you go? Nope, I don't want you. Where is my other... Oh, there you are. Okay. Cool. Okay. This specifically is closure. The one we're looking for is closure. Okay, good trade. All right. Good. Depth perception. Good. Okay, next question. Oi. Nope. Hold on. That's the exact same one. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Difference threshold is what I am looking for. Good, good, good. Difference threshold. Wonderful. This next question is asking... The fovea is the center of the focus. So, like, it's where the lens focuses. Like, think about it this way. When you're looking at... Like, you're looking at the screen right now. So... Your fovea is focused on me. That is where your lens refracts light to the spot that you're focused on. But there's still a lot of other light coming into your eye and hitting other areas. Like, just because you're focused in on me or Teddy, probably Teddy, doesn't mean that other light isn't hitting in and around your eye, but just where your focus is on, that's where your fovea is. That's what your fovea. Good. Retina is what we're looking for. Good, good, good. You could. It's either. Either's fine. We're not gonna split hairs on this one. They're remaking, not remaking, but they're, what are they doing? The Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. Oy, I hope they don't screw that up. That would be very disappointing. It's an Amazon feature. Ugh. They recently did The Wheel of Time, which is, if you guys don't know, it's like a classic, one of the classic fantasy novel series. Robert Jordan. They did that, and it is... That's okay. It's okay. It's not great. Yeah, slamming of the door is what we're looking for. Yeah. Here's the thing. I started the Wheel of Time series. The books are a mixed bag, really. The Wheel of Time series. Like, the first book is pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't think... It's surprising to me that Robert Jordan was married, because he doesn't know how to write women. All of the female characters in those books are just so poorly written. They just, like, they don't act anything like a real human being. It just, ugh. And it just gets so much worse as the books go along. So when I was younger, yeah. No, I didn't finish the books. Heck no. No way, Maha. Mm-mm. I got through 5, and I forced myself through those. And then my friends were just like, you should Spark Notes the rest. And I was like, I can't do it. Because the thing is that my boy Brandon Sanderson picks up the series. And Brandon Sanderson is amazing. He's literally the best. He's an awesome author. But I haven't had the courage to go back. I recently reread the first one when the series came out. So I read it like 2 months ago, and I was just like, oh, I can't do this again. I don't have the strength. So all that to say, I'm concerned about the Lord of the Rings series. I don't know. Just, if you guys have seen, I don't know, you guys are young, so I don't know if you guys have seen the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. It is awesome. Awesome. It's so good. It still holds up. It's still really good. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Oh my gosh, Maha. Maha, we need to talk about Brandon Sanderson. Oh my goodness. What are we even doing? We got 8 minutes left. Latent learning. Very good. None of this matters now. I know I have a student who likes to read Brandon Sanderson. Guys, if you like fantasy novels, Brandon Sanderson's the way to go. Mahav, what have you read? Mistborn trilogy, hopefully. Have you read Warbreaker? Have you started the Stormlight Archive series yet? Oh my gosh, Maha. You have to have done the Stormlight Archive series. Where are you at? Do we need to know the olfactory nerve and the semicircular canals for smell and vestibular sense? Yep. All fair game. Trying to think of other questions that I haven't like really talked about. We've talked about so many things. I feel like I'm sure. Yeah, sensory adaptation. Yes to Mistborn. Good. That's a good start. Have you not started his Stormlight archives yet? Baha, if you thought I bothered you a lot in class and asked you too many questions or, you know, said too many things to you, which I feel like you do. So every time I talk to you, I feel like I'm intruding on her space. Maha does not want me to talk to you, which is really just makes me want to talk to you more. So now understand that I will talk to you more, and we will talk about Brandon Sanderson. And I will egg you on until you read the Stormlight Archives, which you still haven't answered yet. Maha, have you read the Stormlight Archives yet? For the rest of you who are listening to me prattle on about this, Brandon Sanderson is what I believe to be the best. You started it, and you didn't, but I'm reading the arithmetic. Oh, the arithmetist is fine. The arithmetist is for kids, or for. It's a teen novel. You don't just finish it. Just hurry up and finish it, Maha, and get into the real stuff. Like I know it's a lot. Like it's over 1,000 pages. I don't have the books in here with me, but I have them in the other room. But it's so worth it. They're so good. The writing. Shalon, Kaladin. Oh. Classical conditioning. Good. Good. That's correct. All right. Next question. Yeah, sure. So with smell, simply little particles of that thing float up into your nose. And then there are the hair cells kind of at the top bridge of your nose up here. And those hair cells, those receptor cells, take in those particles. And then they send that information to the olfactory nerve, which goes to the olfactory bulb. And boom, that's how you smell. That's all you need to know. Easy peasy. All right. Cool. All right. Well, I am out of questions. This one is just kind of like in there. So, if you guys do not have any further questions, or this is your opportunity, you got 3 minutes. Trying to see if I have any more questions, but I am all out. Mario's just like, I'm gonna cover all my bases. Operant conditioning is what we're looking for. There's a softball question. Yep. All right. Any other questions? All right. I'll put up another one. Oh my gosh, Maha. No. Why would you ask me that? Ugh. My best friend has been wanting me to get to read that series for years, and I haven't started it. All right, Maha. If you read Brandon Sanderson, I'll read that Malazan series. Is it good? He said it's like he said it's a lot to like get into, and like the beginning is so dense because there's just so many people that it's just like an absolute slog. Yeah. So my problem, Maha, is that I usually listen to books on tape. I haven't read a real book in a while. I just listen to the books on tape, and it yeah. I just don't like the idea of having to like stop and rewind 13 times to like figure out, well, who the heck is this person, and you don't have like you don't have the book to like flip back and forth. You have to like rewind, so it's kind of a pain to do. But I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Who else is really good? Patrick Rothfuss. Ugh. Name of the Wind, really good. I can't remember the second book, but we've been waiting for this guy for years to write the third book. The third book is hopefully good. Okay, that is our time. Thank you so much, guys, for hopping on. Tonight, please make sure that you get a good night's rest. Don't stay up too late. If you are feeling very comfortable about answering these questions, then you should be good. Otherwise, y'all have a wonderful night. Make sure that you eat a good breakfast in the morning. Anytime. No problem, Maria. Otherwise, y'all have a great day, and we will see you all mañana. Adios.